And welcome to this lovely scrim block. Here we'll be seeing Team Paradox in blue playing against Team Red, temporarily, perhaps not temporarily, named the Boyos. Looks like the Paradox will be potentially going for some spice here. We'll see if it's a pick that stays or if it's something that they'll switch off with the Mei. But it has been run on this map to some success, so it is a very valid strategy. However, with the Pharah on the team of the Boyos, it may be difficult for the Mei. It'll put a lot of burden on Kite on the D.Va to pressure the Pharah, or to be able to go straight to point and not take any entry damage.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1.
And it looks like Sunday will be staying on the Mei as we see the Boyos roll out of spawn. And yeah, we already see a lot of Team Paradox getting shunked down, but they went straight to point so that they could play their Mei. They're looking to wall someone off with that point control. And the ball has been used, but no one got caught off. Just Nexus was caught in the ceiling. But yeah, now that they're able to get into the point, and Fair was able to farm 3 damage. The Flames built up an easy barrage, or be an easy point take, or point take rather, for the Boyos. Yeah, the problem was that Team Paradox took too much entry damage coming into the fight, so Flames was just able to build up the barrage ridiculously quickly and just get a lot of free damage on the other team. However, we're not seeing them make any switches. It looks like they'll be staying with what they have here. They'll use the speed boost already, get to point to try to minimize that ultra damage. They will have it. Now it's time to see if they can hold it. Brigitte is taken out the Boyos. So they're man down. And let's see. No, there will be no res here. And right now it looks like the Boyos are starting to move, but that's a big I think that the Boyos would like to keep some of those because I think they're burning too many. However, it wasn't for nothing. We did see the Paradox use their mail and Lucio sound barrier. But yeah, it was a big earth shatter from Nanimal, and the barrage should have cleaned it up, but they threw the grab in as well. So Milk on the Team Paradox will be coming near his own Graviton. However, Dano does have the Transcendence, and the Team Paradox really doesn't have too much damage. So maybe it's difficult for them to follow up on a grab.
Into the iris.
And the Earth Shatter was not blocked because it's too far off to the side. They have successfully forced their way on a point. And he returns with a Earth Shatter of his own. Flames picks off the Mei, and it's all clean up for Team Paradox, for the Boyos here, as Paradox is struggling and staggered. It looks like Team Paradox will not be approaching really any ults. The closest is just Lucio sound barrier at 70%. They're going to be coming up against Graviton from Nexus, along with the Barrage combo and a Transcend or a Valkyrie from the Mercy. Recognizing the Widow or the Pharah threat, Kite and Green on Team Paradox will go to that double sniper roll, and they do find Flames. That'll be big if they want to enter, but thanks to the Ryan shield, they were able to res. And they've got the Barrage wrapped up. That should be round 1 to the Boyos.
Turning defense.
I don't know if I really like the double sniper setup here from the Team Paradox, because although they do recognize the threat of Flames on the Pharah, Village isn't a particularly sniper-friendly map because of the close quarters of its spawn. So it may have been difficult, even after, if they didn't get Graviton or survive the Graviton, for them to do anything. perhaps the Tracer could have been effective in tickling the Vera, as well as getting that point presence that a Hanzo and Widowmaker would not have had. But it doesn't matter since Nexus had the big graviton, and it was quickly cleaned up by Flames. The Boyles will be running the Orisa Hog comp, while on the other side there will be the Vera Hanzo with the Orisa run, or with a run, sorry. And Nexus gets an early hook. That might just be the fight. Yep. They're able to clean up on the Vera, agree. It's all just startlingly quick clean up.
The objective is now.
Paradox recognized that they wouldn't be able to win in the shield war against the Orisa, especially when Flames is on the Junkrat. However, in going to point, they exposed themselves to Nexus, who they didn't respect the space that they gave up. They kind of ignored it, and it allowed for Team Boyos to take that early pick into Reinhardt. Flames has the tire, and he's going to send it up. And will get the kill with that. And that's another easy fight. And they only had to use the one ult from the Boyles to do it the Riptide, which is quickly choking. Who, however, I like this Nexus popping his Roadhog ult so that he can further stagger the other team. But more importantly, killed his Zarya, who was high charge. Resetting that Zarya to 0 charge is pretty effective in this. And he does get the hook, but it looks like they will be able to get him out of there safely without dying. Reinhardt barrier is destroyed for Team Paradox. This will stagger them even further. They just cannot get away from Transcendence and push him with that. But even still, I'm sure they would have liked to have saved their Transcendence.
Into the iris.
Flame will be sending out Riptide, and he picks out the Mercy and the Widow. This is huge. It's another easy cleanup. And Nexus, unfortunately, is not able to get the environmental kill on Redeemer. But nonetheless, it will be easy cleanup with ults to spare for the Boyles. Even though they didn't really have a chance to push it on the side of Paradox, there's nothing really they could do. They should have, I think they should have just pushed it, given that they could have had a push in the time that they just stood there when their shield get worn down. Or try a flank approach of some kind. Because clearly they just gave up a lot of free time and space by just standing there. And they weren't even getting staggered. So I think that they really threw that. And the ult advantage already was on the side of Boyos. So feeding them ults by trying to push in really wouldn't have been that big of a deal. However, now that they are on a little more open map, we will see Team Paradox go to a double sniper comp. While on the other hand, there'll be a return to the Vera solo DPS for Team Boyos. Animal is able to get a lot of free swings on their Reinhardt, so they'll have a big advantage for Shatter fight. However, kiting on the side is able to pick off the Nexus. And Milk picks up Flames, and this is all but over for Boy. Paradox will take first control of the point. Potentially. Ooh, that's rough. I'm sure they were able to stall this fight out, which was very impressive. But I'm sure that Animal would have liked to have kept his Earth Shatter there. Flames is just gonna have to back up after trying to contest, but realizing there wasn't enough time. And no switches from others. No switches from the teams as they wait for their team to regroup. And Kai once again takes out Flames with the assistance of Mercy damage boost. And Cupcake is going on the aggressive. trying to hunt down Flames. And Flames is right behind him. He has a disadvantage in the Widow Pipe.
Огонь по готовности!
So they pop their own Rez on the side of the board. And they are able to clean up due to the fact that Transcendence, while it does out-heal damage boosted dragons, they had a fully charged Saria. They're able to fully clean it up for the most part. Hard staggering the boyos. However, Flocculency will have the res, so it should be less bad of a stall. Now we see Kite in this deep position on the right side by the elephant. And it's going to be really difficult for the boyos to get to him. However, they will be undived now, so it will be a little bit easier. Neximo looks like he's going for it. He's going to be pressuring the Widow out of position, while the team kind of pushes and flanks around the point. And they found a target. They were able to eliminate Milk, and Bree is next on the Hanzo. Quick to die to the Swift strike of Genji. It's all cleanup for Here's Flames with 3 kills. Truly enabled by his hits, keeping him up. And it should be an easy fight for the boys. However, they do not have a Transcendence. We see that Son of Day, he's already on the team of Paradise. No. Paradox? That sounds right. It's going to be coming up on Grav. So we'll be down likely to Nexus trying to eat the Graviton or to minimize the value of the Graviton by spreading it. Or they're going to be hiding up top, looking for the dive, and the Rhine knows that something's going on. However, the Zen for the Boyos may be getting pressured and will potentially die to Tracer if he's not careful. But thankfully the Mercy Flocculency is able
Огонь
to
по
keep him up.
готовности!
And they popped the Graviton. And they did clean up, and Cupcake gets 3 kills from Mercy. However, the Boyos were spread out enough that it was not an entire team wipe. And they'll be down to the tanks and support line. Move up, Mercy goes down, and they have their own Transcendence. This should be a quick cleanup for Paradox if they don't stall out too much. Yes, they are able to get out. For sure. Oh, but they're going to use a full pump and Backblade in this fight. They really want it, and they may just have it.
I am ready.
Flames is hard carrying in this game, where he's really being enabled, but taking the opportunities he sees and using it to get 3 kills. That was very risky. If Team Boyos did not do that, they were not able to take that. It would have been very difficult for them to come back from that, and because of the time being so close, and they would have had to likely stagger on the point. And it could have been in favor of Team Paradox. However, it does look like the Boyos will have the advantage right now. Triss is trying to drop pressure to the point, so the rest of the team will be trying to hold back. An animal is not out to die, trying to hold back the team. And they do get the rest off thanks to the Transcendence to keep them nice and healthy. The Flames will have another blade, and that's just icing on the cake. For the Boyos. And that was Nepal going in favor of the Boyos.
Play